I think it is inaccurate to characterize Democrats writ large as feeling, quote unquote, betrayed. I think Democrats are looking at this bill, and you've already had a whole bunch of them who've said this makes sense. And I think the more they look at it, the more of them are going to say this makes sense.
Roland, I guess it depends how you define writ large.
Also, if that's the case, you wouldn't need to go to Capitol Hill. And the fact of the matter is, if you're having these kind of issues and you have to go to Capitol Hill, you have a problem on your hands with your own party. And also, the president needs to remember he is a leader of the same Democratic Party he's talking about.
Why did he get so testy publicly? I understand the president being frustrated. He takes a lot of, harpoons from people in his own party. They feel he's not committing to their principles. But one way to do it is to call them into the White House and say, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's one of the criticisms of this administration, that you do not have somebody who is widely respected on the left, a Howard Dean type who is inside of the White House, who has those relationships. When I talked to senior officials in the White House, they made a point, look, we beat these folks in 2007. I pushed back by saying, yeah, aren't you now the leader of those same people? And so they still hold some grudges against the very critics they have today.
John Avlon, how important is it that the president get decent support among the Democrats? He can do this with only some support among the Democrats if all the Republicans or most of the Republicans stay with him. But how important is it going forward that he not lose his party on this vote?
I think if he loses the far left, it's not the most important thing. The point is the president is not just leader to the Democratic Party. The president is leader to the nation. And he's trying to forge a compromise and making a strong case for the need for practical progress. And that's the voice he's making. That's a good voice for the president to have right now.
Last I checked, you are the leader of the Democratic Party when you control the DNC.
Pretty much.
Trust me.
So as you watch this play out, the focus has been on the internal Democratic fighting. This is not a 100% issue, though, on the right.
No, it's not a 100% issue on the right. You have people like Tom Coburn and Jim DeMint voicing concerns in the Senate, some in the House. It's very interesting. If you look at the coalition that is formed to support the tax compromise, it is, with the exception of Grover Norquist, who opposed TARP, the mirror image of the coalition that supported TARP. And in fact, I've heard that several members of Congress today are saying, the pushback we're getting, the concerns we're getting are the same ones that were there for TARP, and we're not sure they're legit.